Hi students, I'm Sonia from Vidya Guru, starting a new session on current affairs. This is going to be the second part for the month of June 2025 that I'm referring to. The session will remain in complete English medium. If you're not comfortable with the language, you can switch to the Hindi session. That is also there in the playlist. You can watch the session if you're comfortable. There is no problem at all. But we record such sort of complete English medium sessions for our students who are in South India, who are in actually Northeast India. Those who are not very well versed, those who are not very comfortable with Hindi, we record such sessions for them. Those who are in Tamil Nadu, those who are in Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, or maybe in Kerala, or maybe Manipur or Assam. We'll start the session from here on. You know that we deliver topic wise sessions, and you have to keep one more thing in mind. Keep a notebook handy, start writing all the pointers that I'm actually going to teach you right away. Although I'll give you this PDF, but still the value of your making notes can't be skipped. It is very important. So please do that. Prepare notes, try to make notes right away. Whatever I speak, try to write them. You'll get the PDF for sure. Now let's start from the first question. Okay, you can see the title on your screen, which is India Updates, right? So in India Updates, we'll start from the first question, which is about Cropic. What is Cropic? Is it giving you some idea that it is about crops in the country? Yes, it is. It is about crops only. So we'll talk about crops for sure. Cropic has certain full form. That is why I've written them in uppercase. Written this word in uppercase, that is Cropic. C-R-O-P-I-C has a full form. Lowercase, uppercase, this is written in uppercase. Capital A-B-C-D. So collection of real-time observations. You have to skip some words, but you have to learn the full form because they may ask you the full form of Cropic. It comes under Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. There's a scheme by, of course, there's a scheme by the Prime Minister, like the Prime Minister's scheme which is related to crop insurance. That is what they mean here. That is what they mean here. So I am actually telling you the real-time conversion of the words here says that Fasal Bima is crop insurance. There is a scheme, Prime Minister Crop Insurance Scheme, so which is known as Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. Under that, Cropic is the initiative where they'll click a photograph of their crop. I am talking about peasants, I am talking about farmers. So farmers will actually click a photograph. They'll upload it on the app. Cropic is that. What is Cropic? Let me repeat. Collection of real-time. Collection of real-time observations. Collection of real-time observations. Observations of what? And they are saying these are photographs. That is why pic. Photograph of crops. So they'll be uploading it on the app. That's how they'll know what kind of crops are there and what is the status of the crops right now. That's how the government will know. Yes, about the farmers. They can ask you what is the full form of Cropic. First, what this initiative started by which ministry? Second question. Third question, it comes under which scheme? So you have to name that scheme as well. So three questions, full form of Cropic, what ministry is behind this? Behind is Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. And the second thing is Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. It comes under the main thing, the main scheme is Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana that you have to learn. So Cropic, Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, and the scheme associated is Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. Right? The next question. Ramsar sites. First you have to be sure of some words. When I refer to Ramsar sites, understand that we have started talking about protecting biodiversity. We have started thinking of the conservation of wetlands, like how to preserve, how to protect, how to conserve wetlands basically, or biodiversity. What you are going to do, you will be reading a little about Ramsar sites. That's your homework. You have to do it because these kind of questions are surely going to be there in your exam. Let me complete it and then I'll speak. Ramsar sites, there are two new Ramsar sites. Whenever a question on Ramsar sites is there in your exam, you should be sure of it, that you are aware of all the questions like which can be made out of this particular thing. Ramsar sites, 2 new Ramsar sites, Minar and Kichen added in the list of Ramsar sites of the country. They are located in Rajasthan. They are wetlands. Minar is a wetland, Kichen is a wetland. So I'm saying new Ramsar sites added in the country list. They are from Rajasthan. The name of those wetlands is Minar and Kichen. Now my question is, which you will be answering by checking it in the comment section. Please do that. Don't skip that. Please don't skip that. How many Ramsar sites currently India has? Read a little about them. If there is anything important that you wish to share with other kids, those who will be reading your comments, please do that. But be very brief. Be very brief. You need not write the entire essay. Nobody is going to read that. You know that. Even I bring pointers here so that you can actually show some interest in learning. Now, I said Ramsar sites, Minar and Kichen. They'll ask you what states they are in. Rajasthan. What are they? They are wetlands. And they have got added as new Ramsar sites now. Next question is 5th stakeholder consultation on AI readiness assessment methodology. If you read it carefully, it will be everywhere written as RAM. It's not that RAM and it's not that RAM of your computer. It's not that. We are saying it is readiness assessment methodology. That is what they mean. Everybody is going to leave the question. You will not. If you are watching it carefully, write it down because it was organized with the help of UNESCO and Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology were behind it. You must understand the importance of this question. When it is about AI, you will be learning it. It is of 5th numbers, you will be learning it. Stakeholder consultation on AI. It was organized by UNESCO and Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. Please, it was hosted by that. That is why the question is significant. So AI RAM hosted by MIT and UNESCO is also associated. There's an exercise Conquest. On the next page, I'll be talking a little more about this as well. So I've kept this question there on the next page as well. Conquest is the exercise. In an exercise, what you're supposed to learn, if there's a number significantly given everywhere, you have to learn that. Name of the exercise, what countries are engaged and what was the venue. So one by one, 22nd numbers, Conquest exercise. Names of the nations cannot be learnt as it is a multinational exercise. What kind of exercise? Military exercise. Can you see that? Where was it conducted? Mongolia. So that's how you're going to learn all these questions. Let me make you revise all that. You will not be wasting a minute. Try to write it. Please, I'll give you this PPT for sure, but you have to write it. That should be your job. That should be the way to study. Let's go ahead. I started from the first question. I said CROPIC. They can ask you the full form, which is about collection of real-time observations and photograph of the crops will be uploaded by the farmers on the app. First thing. Second, it is the initiative by Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. Third thing, it is basically the initiative which comes under Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, which is about like crop insurance scheme by the Prime Minister. It comes under that main scheme. Now, new Ramsar sites got added. They are in Rajasthan. The name of those Ramsar sites is Minar and Kichen. And I am asking you a question which I have asked while teaching you this question, that how many Ramsar sites India has. You will be commenting it in the comment section. Please do that. I can expect at least this much from my kids, from my students. 5th stakeholder consultation on artificial intelligence, readiness assessment methodology, that is RAM. So 5th stakeholder consultation on AI RAM was organized by MIT, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, and in collaboration with, or you can say UNESCO was also there, the part of it. Conquest is the name of military exercise organized in Mongolia, and it was getting organized for the 22nd time. And I said it is a multinational exercise, so no point learning the names of the nations. I expect that you've learned these many questions. Let's move ahead. Okay, the next page on the screen is international news. Now, international news. PM of Portugal. PM of Portugal. Everybody is going to skip this question. They won't consider it that important. Luis Montenegro is the name of the person who has actually become the Prime Minister of Portugal. Let me repeat. I said Portugal's Prime Minister, new Prime Minister is Luis Montenegro. The next question is United Nations Ocean Conference. First of all, you must be thinking it will take place in 2025. Or why is this lady highlighting for 2000 something which is going to take place in 2028? Please understand that it was actually announced recently. They can ask you such a questions. We are discussing international events here. So we have to talk about this as South Korea and Chile are going to co-host this event. What event? United Nations Ocean Conference, which will take place in 2028. That will be co-hosted by South Korea and Chile. Learn that question carefully. Please don't skip that. By reading it 2028, don't skip that. It is actually not allowed. It is actually not allowed. Believe me, you have to learn this question. It is important. International Society of Blood Transfusion has recognized a new blood group. You may have seen that on social media. Social media is flooded by all this. So, it is Guada negative. You've been listening to O, A, B plus, B positive, negative and all that. They are saying there's one more blood group which got added and they have recognized it as a new blood group. So, it is Guada negative, which is also known as EMM negative. Learn that carefully as it is flooded, like the social media is like flooded by this question. So, it can be there in your exam. The Grand Cross of Order of Makarios. Makarios 3 is like the highest civilian award of Cyprus. Prime Minister a while back was there in Cyprus only, you know that. So he got this award. Which award? Highest civilian award of Cyprus, which is basically Order of Makarios 3 was given to Prime Minister. BRICS. Although you know BRICS as Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, I know that. Now you need to learn one more thing. 10th partner country which got added is Vietnam. Vietnam is the name of the new nation which got added as a partner country. So let me make you revise all that. Prime Minister of Portugal, Luis Montenegro. When I speak, you are alone, I'm pretty sure, when you are watching this video. You can speak after me. When I speak, you have to speak. That's how you learn the questions I talk about. My sole purpose is, even when I make you, repeat all the questions, there's a reason. Please cooperate, try to speak side by side. So, Luis Montenegro, PM of Portugal, United Nations Ocean Conference 28 will be co-hosted by South Korea and Chile. South Korea and Chile. International Society of Blood Transfusion recognized new blood group Guada negative or EMM negative. Grand Cross of Order of Makarios 3. They can ask you the name of the award, Makarios 3. They can ask you who got awarded, Prime Minister. They can ask you which country gave him this award. So it was Cyprus. Learn it that way. Like 3 of the aspects should be covered properly. New 10th partner country in BRICS is Vietnam. I hope till here you know what I'm actually teaching you. If you're getting it like the way I'm teaching you, please press the like button for sure. I'll be happy, I'll be glad. So please press the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't till now, because that's how you'll receive notifications of all the exam relevant videos which we upload. If you wish to join us, the numbers are given below. You can join us. You can actually, if you're writing CGL, combined graduate level exam, or maybe CHSL, like the exam for lower division clerk by SSC, Central Government, Staff Selection Commission. Even SBI PO is out, you know that. So if you are preparing for any bank exam, any SSC exam, any DSSB exam, even if you are preparing for CET exam, so we are there to help you. You can join us. The numbers are given below. You can visit our website as well. It is online.vidyaguru.in. So you can go and take the course of your choice. The mediums are two. It can be complete English medium and it can be in the bilingual or Hindi medium as well. So it depends which course you select for yourself. Let's continue with the class. So India updates, that's the section on your screen once again. So whatever is happening in the country which is important from the perspective of your exam, I'm going to get almost everything. So the first question once again, it is about a joint exercise, PASEX. A while back I've taught you conquest and it is PASEX. What is it? What countries are engaged? Let's see. India and United Kingdom's Navy. India and United Kingdom's Navy. That means I'm talking about a naval exercise, a maritime exercise. Did you get the idea what I've said? PASEX 2025 was conducted in Arabian Sea. Sea, why? Because it's a naval exercise. It's a maritime exercise. So Arabian Sea is the venue. INS Tabar was actually taking part on India's behalf. They can ask you what ship participated. So Tabar participated on India's behalf. I'll repeat. The name of the exercise is PASEX 2025. What countries are engaged? India and United Kingdom. What kind of exercise? Naval exercise. What was the venue? Arabian Sea. And the last thing what I wanted to mention was which ship participated on India's behalf in this exercise. It was INS Tabar. I hope you've learned that. Let's move on to the next part. 19th World Economic Forum's Global Gender Gap Index. See, when we refer to gender gap report, gender gap index, you have to understand what is the status of females in the country. Like on, a lot many parameters on the basis of those, they have to finalize what country stands on what number. So India's rank is 131st. First is Iceland and second is Finland. If any report is there, if any index is there, you must know who prepares that report. World Economic Forum. How many times it got published? At times, very, very rarely they ask you this question. 19th time. What index or what report are we referring to? Gender gap report. What is the rank of India? 131st. Who remained on top? Iceland. So these are the questions associated from one particular point. Country remained on top, Iceland. Second is Finland. India's rank 131st. World Economic Forum prepares that gender gap report, and that gender gap report, of course, talks about, see, the countries are very few. To be very frank with you, the number of countries are around 148 only, and out of that, India's status is 131st. It's quite sad, but anyway, let's move on. What are we expected to do with it? Indian Army joins multinational military drill, Mongolia, and I've actually rephrased the question. Like conquest is the name of the exercise. So Indian Army joins a multinational military exercise in Mongolia. The name of that exercise is Conquest 2025. I've taught you a while back. Katrina Kaif got appointed as the Maldives Global Ambassador, Global Tourism Ambassador now. So Maldives Global Tourism Ambassador Katrina Kaif. The next question is, a ministry institutes National Florence Nightingale Award to nurses. There's something that I wish to highlight. Although the ministry is Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, right? Ministry of Health and Family Welfare behind it, which institutes, these awards. But with kids, they feel that it is like for the singers and all, because it is a Nightingale sort of award, but it is for nursing staff. It is for the nurses and their remarkable contribution in the society. So nurses are being awarded through this National Florence Nightingale Award. They'll ask you, National Florence Nightingale Awards are for nursing staff. You got to know. What ministry is behind it? National Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Learn it that way. And the next thing that I wanted you to, learn is, it is not about music. It is not about singers. Please. So National Florence Nightingale Award to nurses by Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. The next question is, host of India's first agricultural hackathon. So it was actually organized in Pune for the very first time. Something of that sort was happening, and they kept agriculture in mind. So Pune, Maharashtra is the place where they organized it. There are certain questions which you won't consider important, but believe me, these questions are certain. They'll be there in some or the other exam. You have to change your perspective when you learn GS, when you learn general studies. In GK, in GS, you keep on studying static GK. But please understand that nowadays the pattern is changing. Their focus is more on current affairs. That is why when students write, they write it like that all the questions which you have taught were there in the exam. How can all be there? Because they are asking more questions from the current affairs section, because GS is that vast. They can ask you any question. But you cannot prepare for these many questions. You understand that. The area is limited in current affairs. We can cover up everything before the exam. So remain careful. You have to pay more attention from the perspective of GK section, general knowledge, general studies section. You have to pay more attention to current affairs. It's not that I am teaching you. You can, study it from whichever source you get, but please spend more time on current affairs if the section of GK is there in your mind. So SSC, CHSL, or maybe bank, whichever exam you're writing. Let me make you revise all that. I said PASEX is the name of the exercise. India and UK's Navy were engaged. Arabian Sea was the venue, and INS Tabat took part. 19th World Economic Forum's Global Gender Gap Index, India is ranked 131st, terrible, and Iceland on top, second is like Finland. Indian Army, multinational military drill in Mongolia, Conquest is the name of that exercise. Katrina Kaif appointed Global Tourism Ambassador for Maldives Tourism. Ministry institutes National Florence Nightingale Awards to nurses basically, and it is the initiative of Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Host of India's first Agri Hackathon is Pune, Maharashtra. Let's move ahead. Now we are moving on to state news. So we'll specifically be talking about states. Like you can see on the screen, Rajasthan is there, Punjab is there, New Delhi is there. Why? Because the heading, the topic is state news. So let's see, although these questions are from states category, but they have national significance. That is why such questions are asked in your exam, whichever you will be writing. Now, Vande Ganga Water Conservation Campaign is from Rajasthan, right? Vande Ganga Water Conservation Campaign is of Rajasthan. Learn it that way. National Agriculture Renewable Energy Conference. National Agriculture Renewable Energy Conference. It is different from what we have studied previously, please. And it will take place, it took place in New Delhi. Yes. National Agriculture Renewable Energy Conference 2025 held in New Delhi. Next question. Udyog Kranti by Punjab. See, Udyog Kranti, they are trying to say that will bring a kind of revolution in industries to generate jobs in Punjab. So we are working on our industries a lot so that employment can be generated. So Udyog Kranti initiative launched in June 2025, and it is to boost industrial growth. Punjab is the, please, Udyog Kranti is Punjab. Vande Ganga Water Conservation Rajasthan. Agricultural Renewable Energy New Delhi, where this conference took place. 12th numbers Para Athletic Championship 2025 to be held in New Delhi. Just one thing that I wish to ask from you. No, I wish to ask rather certain things that you have to tell me, because if you are watching, if you are studying, if you are paying attention, you should answer. Go search a little bit on your own, because when you search, when you spend time, of course you learn more, but otherwise that's your choice. But if you are willing to answer, please do that. I would be happy. First question. New Delhi is conducting Para Athletic Championship, and it is World Para Athletic Championship. The CM of Delhi has actually announced a mascot for this World Para Athletic Championship. The mascot is the 12th numbers World Para Athletic Championship is going to take place in New Delhi. First, learn that. See, whenever a mascot comes up, you understand that some animal, some bird, something is kept in mind while creating such a mascot. So, it's a beautiful mascot, by the Delhi, government. So I'm saying 12th numbers, World Para Athletic Championship. Para athletes are there, you know that they are a little disabled in a way, like not the normal athletes, of course. So their athletic championships, do take place differently. So 12 numbers Para Athletic Championship is taking place in New Delhi first. Very important question. This question is going to be there in your exam. So please answer that if you can. WHO, World Health Organization, Global Traditional Medicine Summit. Whenever it is traditional, India is of course there. So in New Delhi it got conducted. So World Health Organization, WHO, has organized a traditional medicine summit in New Delhi. Fully literate states are Goa and Mizoram under Ullas scheme. Ullas is what? It is adult literacy only. So we are talking about adult literacy scheme Ullas. So we are saying under Ullas scheme, Goa and Mizoram have become fully literate states. Next question from you. So today's homework, you have to answer three questions. The third one is going to be, now they are not two states. I'll answer this question which I am asking you in the next video. I'll answer this question in the next question which I am asking you. So try to answer it before I upload the next video, the third part of June. So I'm saying fully literate states under Ullas scheme are Goa and Mizoram, but there is third state also. You have to check that. You have to tell me which one is the third state in the comment section. I'm waiting for it. Now revision. Vande Ganga, Rajasthan. National Agri Renewable Energy Conference, New Delhi. Udyog Kranti by Punjab. Para Athletic Championship, New Delhi. Global Traditional Medicine Summit of WHO in New Delhi once again. Fully literate states, Goa and Mizoram. Which one is third? That you will answer. I hope that you are getting what I am actually teaching you right now. If you are understanding what I am teaching, so I am expecting that you have pressed the like button till now. This is the last page. Let's start with the first question, which is International Day for Dialogue Among Civilization by UN. First understand that it is the first time that we are going to celebrate such a thing. That is the reason this question stands some value. United Nations has thought of 10th June, it will be celebrated as International Day for Dialogues among civilizations. So civilizations among civilization, dialogue. So International Day for Dialogue Among Civilization by United Nations. It will be celebrated from now on 10th June. It is by United Nations, happening for the first time. That is why the question is significant. I hope you understand the value. World Bicycle Day, 3rd June. World Bicycle Day, 3rd June. World Blood Donor Day is celebrated on 14th June. Theme was important, give blood, give hope. World Blood Donor Day is celebrated on 14th June. I'm saying give blood, give hope is basically the theme for this year's Blood Donor Day. World Day to Combat Desertification. You know that land is turning into a barren land. Everywhere you can see that the land is not, fertile anymore. Yes, so it is converting into a desert. So it is saying don't let it convert into a desert, combat it, fight it. That is what it means. I'm just explaining the meaning if you don't get that. Drought, when lack of water is there, when there is no water, scarcity of water is massive. So it is drought. We are saying World Day to combat desertification. Don't let the land convert into a desert. Combat it, fight it. So International Day is there to do that. To combat desertification and drought is celebrated on 17th June. International Yoga Day, everybody knows, is on 21st June because everybody comes out to do yoga on this particular day. Theme for this year is important, Yoga for One Earth, One Health. Yoga for One Earth, One Health. Let's repeat all that. International Day for Dialogue Among Civilization by United Nations, celebrated on 10th June. Bicycle Day, 3rd June. 14th June, Blood Donor Day. Give blood, give hope. World Day to Combat Desertification and Drought, 17th June. Yoga Day's theme is Yoga for One Earth, One Health. So with that, we have come to an end of the session. I hope you liked it. Please press the like button if you wish to join us. Of course, the numbers are there. And if you wish to watch the Hindi session, that is also there in the playlist. Go and search for that. Thank you so much for watching, guys.